heart of Africa. If this is your first time watching me, you are highly, highly welcome. This is the place for separating facts from the fiction, the science from the superstitions, and the concepts from the misconceptions about African spirituality. Today I'll be talking about GMOs, genetically modified organisms, products, or foods, and why it is not advisable for a spiritualist to be eating this type of foods. I have talked about this topic before in a previous video about last year, but I didn't really go deep into it. But the reason I didn't do that, I kind of believe that it's common knowledge that GMOs, even the name genetically modified, should ring a bell, or rather lots of bells, in the brain or hearts and mind of people that this kind of products, they may not be good for human consumption. But apparently some people seems not to care enough, or they don't really understand the gravity of this situation. And this is something that is going all over the world now, especially in Africa. We see the IMF and World Bank, the Bill Melinda Gates Foundation trying to push GMO products into Africa, try to get African countries to embrace the consumption of GMOs by presenting GMOs as the future and the solution to our food problems in Africa. They are packaging GMO like it's a gift from God to save us, to stop the problem of poverty and hunger. Whereas what they are all packaging is death in beautiful packages, death in a kind of Trojan gift, whereby they will say that they want to help you. At the same time, they have done a lot of things to make sure that this will kill you, to the point that you will never even recover from this problem. So that's why I want us to review GMOs again in this topic, and really know why we should avoid this. As a spiritualist, you need to know that spirituality is the study of nature. Quite naturally, African spirituality is the study of spirituality from an Afrocentric perspective. It is the view, the cosmologic view of how the African person sees the universe from his own point of view, from his own perspective. So when you come to African spirituality, what you will finally understand is that we are here to embrace nature, understand nature, and to live in harmony, total harmony with nature, studying, practicing, understanding. As we know, nature is the closest thing we have to God. Okay, we are part of the universe. Everything is part of this entity we call God. The water, the trees, the fishes, the birds, the animals, we the humans, the sun, the moon, the stars. Everything is all part of the great circle of life, which encompasses this entity that nobody can be able to decipher, this intelligence, source of all power, supremacy that we known as God. So the more you know about nature is the more you know about God. The more you know about yourself, the more you understand yourself, the more power and capacity you have over the universe, over your life, and manifesting your destiny, over your destiny. So this is the study of African spirituality, the in total, the whole of what we are doing here, studying nature in order to know ourselves and how to improve. And when you come to this genetically modified food, we find out that these are foods or products that have been artificially altered to change their original organic DNA codes. These are foods that we can call designer foods, designer products. They call it products because it's not only plants that can be altered. Animals can also be altered. Humans can also be altered. So what is the problem with this? The problem is that when people begin to alter these foods and reprogram the DNA sequence, the first thing you need to know is that they are no longer natural. Okay, it is no longer as nature has made it. It's no longer natural for consumption. You are eating an artificial addicted product. And when you eat this kind of food, what does it do to you? Your cells is natural. You are a natural human being made in the natural process. And for you to get the full benefits of this body that you have, it is very, very imperative that you only ingest natural organic compounds or foods, enzymes, vitamins that are created naturally for you. Natural fruits, natural vegetables, organic animals. If you want to eat good cow, it has to be natural. Now, when you begin to eat foods that have been genetically modified into your system, what will happen is that there will be an issue. Your system will not react the way it is supposed to naturally react to those organisms, those natural organisms of enzymes that you have been taking all your life. And your system will be forced to accept this new food. We have to adjust itself. Adjusting itself means that it has to accommodate whatever you are putting inside yourself. Now, the problem with this is that if these foods have negative elements inside them, your body can resist them, or your body can accept them, and this will cause problems for you. This is the problem we are having with genetically modified foods. When you eat food, plants that have been altered for whatever reason, that altered part of the gene that you have consumed will also act as a form of alteration to your own cells, to your own body cells, because basically you are what you eat. So if you eat a tomato that have been altered in different ways, maybe to make it more sweet, more palatable, to make it look a certain way, to do some certain things, you are going to ingest the qualities of that tomatoes into you as well. So the problem is that these foods, they have been reprogrammed, and GMO technology can give you the capacity to reprogram foods any way you want it, so that when people eat it, you can also affect them exactly the way you want them. You can genetically modify foods to make people impotent. It has been proven. When you give people some certain food, they eat it, they can become impotent. Some of these foods can even cause cancer. They can cause high cholesterol. They can cause high blood pressure. They can cause different kind of things in the human body. Okay, so this is something we have to look at for. When you want to consume genetically modified foods, even the ones that may not have been programmed, it can act negatively in the sense that your body is designed to receive natural enzymes, natural proteins, natural vitamins. When they are not receiving natural proteins and vitamins anymore, they are receiving unnatural. This will make your cells unnatural. And this can lead to the reprogramming of your cells on their own to adjust to this new reality. This is what you need to know. So what people, these GMO people, don't want you to really know about this. Another name for GMO is transgenic organisms. This is another name. GMOs are also known as transgenic organisms. You can go and Google it. Just type transgenic organisms on your Google. You will see there that is GMOs have the capacity to change your genes. Now we are having this explosion of transvestite people, transsexual people, gay people, bisexual, all sort of sexualized people that are not natural. We have this chemical they called azatine that have been put in almost 50% of the world's water, especially in America and other parts of the world, that turns people gay, changes the cell structure of people with continuous consumption. We are having a kind of situation now with our food system, whereby these GMOs have the capacity to change your genes for good or for better or for worse. Now, what are we experiencing with this? we are having gay people multiplying all over the planet for whatever reason. Okay, let me just not say this is a conspiracy theory, but you can research this for yourself. Look at the places where they have high consumption rate of GMOs. It is directly proportional with a large uh, proliferation of transgender people. The more their people are consuming GMOs, the more you will see transgender peoples popping up in that community. Check this in America, check this all over the world, in Europe. You will find that people that eat GMOs a lot have a high population of transgenders. Okay, this is a fact. You can check this. Now you're seeing these products going everywhere in the world, and they are forcing it upon Africans. Recently, there was a report about how the Melinda Gates Foundation in Nigeria collaborated with former Minister of Agriculture under Goodluck Jonathan, and give records of farmers, Nigerian farmers, to Boko Haram terrorists, and Boko Haram terrorists were using the GPS signals of the farmers to track their phone, track them, and kill them. They have killed so many Nigerian farmers. More than 50,000 Nigerian farmers have been killed by Boko Haram and ISWAP. And now Nigeria is facing food scarcity as we speak. Food is very, very expensive right now in Nigeria. It is going up every day because a lot of farmers have been killed. These Fulani headsmen, they no longer allow people to farm. They purposely go into farms and destroy farms with their crops, with their animals. They know that this is a farm. They will still lead their cows into your farm and destroy everything you have been planting in your farm. This is not a natural process. This has been a plan from a very long time, more than 20 years ago, to destroy our food system in Nigeria. Nigeria is currently under attack, direct attack by Western forces beyond our control. High-level spiritual wickedness in high places are attacking the food system of Nigeria, using these Fulani herdsmen to go into people's farms, destroy their crops. When the people come and they kill the people, rape women, do all sorts of evil things. It is happening every day in Nigeria. Our farmers are being killed. This is not a normal thing. The way Nigerian farmers are being killed by Boko Haram. This is a direct attack on our food system. Now, food are very expensive in Nigeria. Very, very expensive right now. Many people cannot see food to buy. And guess what? The government is still refusing to increase salary to accommodate. So, there is a high-level attack on Nigeria, and some people in our government are aware of this plan to kill people, to bring food scarcity into Africa, especially Nigeria. Nigeria basically controls West Africa. Anything that happens to Nigeria will affect the whole of West Africa. This is a fact. So this plan has been on for a long time, for almost 20 years now, to attack our food system, to kill our farmers, to make food very scarce. Then they are going to introduce GMO to us as the solution. So when we embrace GMO, this will totally wipe us out. With our genes will now be poisoned with these poisonous transgenic organisms. Thereby, it's going to affect, and guess who will affect most? The poorest people. Poorest people, the most vulnerable people, those are the ones that we have no choice but to be eating GMO products. And when they begin to consume GMO products, their genes will begin to change, will be reprogrammed. They will start behaving gay. The next thing they will say, I was born like this. They will start misbehaving. As a spiritualist, when you eat GMOs, it makes your genes unnatural. So it stops you from connecting with divinity. Most people, that will complain now that they cannot focus on meditation, they cannot meditate. If you know you're having difficulty with meditation, check the kind of foods you have been eating. Anything or these canned foods that have a lot of preservatives, they have these chemicals inside that have the capacity to block your genes, to affect your DNA. Stay away from canned food, stay away from junk food, KFC, food with high cholesterol. Let me just put it, stay away from unnatural foods as much as possible. I know that it's very difficult now, especially in America, in the Western world. If you are living in UK, in Europe, in Asia, there are some countries that have embraced GMO totally. That when you see the children, they don't even think natural again. They don't look natural. They don't have any sort of spirituality inside them. They just behave like morons, total zombies. Their behavior has been genetically modified in a way that they're not consumers. They cannot create original thoughts. They don't know anything about saving the planet, living in harmony with nature. All they know about, they are consuming, they are overweight, seriously obese. Their mentality is very low. What they think about is food, drink, and sex. Nothing more, nothing less. Food, drink, sex, and drugs. This is what most of the youths now are focusing on. They have no higher aspirations. They just want to rely on technology. This is the people we call the Indomie generation in Nigeria. They can't deep think. They are not critical thinkers. They don't want to know. They don't have any mind of working, of getting valuable skills to improve themselves. They have this kind of lazy attitude of quick money, making it fast and blowing it off, making it rain mentality. Fake lifestyle, fake pretending lifestyle, fake it till you make it. This is the mentality we have. Slay queens, slay kings all over the internet, borrowing clothes, borrowing air, borrowing everything to give the impression that they are living a successful life. But deep down they are struggling, hypocritical lifestyle. This is the kind of people that very, very shallow, materialistic people. GMO can create a race, a generation like this. So GMO is very dangerous for you and especially for your children. So this is something we need to reject. We must go back to organic farming. We are natural people. We were not genetically modified by divinity. We would like to stay that way. It is imperative that we stay this way. So anything that is unnatural, especially the food you eat, you are what you eat, like it or not. The foods affect you. If you don't know this, if you eat too much sugar, you have too much sugar in your blood. If you eat too much trash, you will have too much trash in your blood. Anything you eat reflects in your body. It also reflects in your mind. It also reflects in your spirits. So the physical and the spiritual needs to be balanced. So if you are taking on natural products into your body, do not expect to be normal. Do not expect to be healthy. You are exposing yourself to cancers. You are exposing yourself to dangerous chemicals, pollutants, preservatives, things that you're not supposed to be having in you. And then the person will have different kind of health problems in the future, and you now become a customer of a doctor. This is exactly what they want. Within the next 5 years, you become a customer going for different treatment, different kind of strange illnesses will start popping up in the person's body, and you start paying money to them to cure you again with more chemicals. Won't it be better to just stay natural, maintaining your health by eating good foods, trying to take care of yourself as natural as possible? I believe this is the only solution. Okay, so GMO, for spiritualists, it is not a good thing. We must reject it. If you have space in your house, any spare land, try to be growing something. Try to have your own food source. It will be better this way, because the way they are forcing this stuff on Nigeria and in Africa, it is a serious matter. These people that don't even want to give you free visa to their country, but they want you to accept GMO as much as possible. They have a serious plan for you. And once you start using GMO seeds, you must buy the seeds every year. Every time you want to plant, you must buy seed. The seed only lasts one cycle. Once you plant that fruit, the seed from that fruit, you can't use it to replant. You must buy. So you are going to be buying seeds forever. In other words, they own you. And if they often see the seed inside another person's farm and the wind blow it to another person's farm by accident, they can arrest that person for using their seed without their permission and without buying it from them. They have put so many farmers out of business like this in America and in India. So we must reject GMO in every country, any way, any ramification. We must reject it. It is something that the Western world have designed to enslave us and to permanently destroy us, to turn us to wayward people, and most of all, to cut us from our organic spiritual system. When you eat in GMO foods, you cannot connect directly with your ancestors. It will deaden your intuition. It will close your pineal gland. Your pineal gland, it is going to block it permanently. So you cannot be able to connect with divinity. You cannot be able to meditate. You cannot be able to get visions. You cannot be able to dream dreams. You just become like a zombie. This is very, very dangerous. So they are pushing this thing to come into our life to destroy us. Now we have GMO products even in Nigeria. You go to these supermarkets, you will see it there. They look very beautiful, very shining. They don't have any issue of any insects. Suspect that tomatoes to be GMO, because this GMO, they modify them that insects cannot even eat them. It will be undesirable to insects. So you will see a tomato that is 100% pure, clean. When you have this kind of set of tomatoes and pepper that they look like they are out of this world, they look magical, don't just touch them. Just know that they are GMO pepper and tomatoes. Okay, for you to know real tomatoes now, you have to check if maybe an insect have eaten it a little bit to show you that this is a natural tomatoes that you still having. Even with that one step, you still need to look at some of them are grown with poisonous chemicals too. All these are the problems we pass through in the world. So I will say the best way is to grow your own food. If you have the capacity to have a farm, to have a fish pond, try to grow something today, not tomorrow, today. But if you don't have the capacity, be very careful with the kind of things you eat. Because now the kind of food we are seeing, a lot of them coming in are GMOs, and they are not good for the body. Science have not been able to even validate them. And guess what? Many of these people pushing this, they don't even eat the GMO. Okay? GMO products have the capacity to stop you from connecting with your ancestors. Stop you by blocking your genes, blocking your receptors, blocking you from focusing, blocking you from getting visions, blocking you from doing to getting messages. They have the capacity to do that. And this is not what you want as a spiritualist. You must find a way to fuse with nature by eating organic foods, eating the right kind of food, and doing your exercises, doing your steady meditation, your libations, your prayer, your supplications. All this is what connects you and protects you from the enemy. And the enemy wants to cut you off from your natural lifestyle. This is a plan of the enemy right from time, to use their religion to cut you from your spirituality, to use their government and academic system to cut you from your history, from your knowledge, and certainly to use their food to cut you off from your natural connectivity that you have. If you succeed in these three aspects, you are totally dead. You are just a moron. It's only what you will become a slave forever. You just be a caricature, an artificial human being. There's no way when you start eating artificial foods, you are no longer a natural human being anymore. You're just like a capsule. Nothing, you can do nothing natural anymore. This is the plan of the enemy, and we must reject this plan. We must reject it with every fiber and filament of our being. Okay, GMOs are not for spiritual people. They are not for conscious people. If other people want to eat them, now people are flexing GMOs like it's a lifestyle thing. If you're not buying GMO pepper and tomatoes, you are not a big boy or a big girl. You see these people posing with GMO tomatoes on the Facebook, GMO products, flashing it like it's a cool thing. It is not a cool thing. It's a death thing. It's a life and death situation. If you're eating GMO products, it means that you don't follow your life. You don't know anything about this life. You are just a moron, a negropin, an empty vessel. This is not the kind of people we want to emulate. And these are the people you see online trying to package it like it's something good to eat. This kills your cells. It deadens your cells. It poisons it. They are also dangerous. High rate of possibility of you getting cancers. And naturally, they destroy your immune system. They interact with your white blood cells, your red blood cells. They pollute, contaminate, and reduce your immune defenses in your body. This is what the GMO does. They are transgenic. Go and check what the meaning of transgenic organisms. Okay, anything trans, you know the way it be. So these GMO foods are also known as transgenic organisms. So if you know that you don't want to be transgenic, avoid them. Okay, a word is enough for the wise. Okay, so now here now stop to do. Okay, questions and comments are welcome. A lot of food in America is GMO. We know this one. The America is almost polluted, and the thing is coming to Africa now, especially Nigeria. Nigeria have been seriously targeted. Nigeria and Ghana, they are trying to force this GMO on us, but we must reject it too. If there's any time to do this, is now. All our academicians, if you are in any place, any position of power, authority, do what you can. If you can write letter to your local governments, to your ministers of agriculture, to NAFDAC, they must reject this thing. This thing not good for us. This thing go finish us. Okay, it go finish us. We not go fit allow this one on. So that's the way I say I'm. So let's give drink to our ancestors. So I thank you for watching today. I forgot to do this one in the beginning, but I still remember. So our African gods and goddesses, kings and queens, elements of eternity above and below, our gods and spirits of life and regeneration, we give you this drink today. We give you this drink. We thank you for the great work you are doing. We thank you. We call upon your name, Eshu, Amen-Ra, Oloru, Olodumare, Ekwensu, Egbesu, Ogene, Segment, Hoya, Tehuti, Jehuti, Ampu, Anubis, Obatala, Ofuri. We give you this drink today. We ask that your spirit continue to guide us, protect us from evil, protect us from fake friends, fake people, evil people that are pretending that they want to help us, but they are planning to destroy us. All these witches and wizards from the Western world, from enemies or internal domestic enemies, wolf in sheep clothing. We ask that you expose all these people so that we can see them for who they are and we can chase them from our life. Anybody we say African spirituality not go better, that person is not go better. Anybody we talk say we better thing not good, make that person not see him. Anybody we say we not go live better life, make that person not live better life. Any witch, any wizard, we don't want to see our happiness. Anything whether they plan, make it go back to their head 100 times. Make their shit work out like goats. Make the pack shit if they die. Anybody we say not like good thing for this life, make it not see that good thing. We give now this drink today, our brothers and sisters of the other side, we give you this drink. People that died during the Arab slave trade, the transatlantic slave trade, we give you this drink. People that are in prison all over the world, especially in America, incarceration, people that have been oppressed, discriminated against, we give you this drink today. Our brothers and sisters fighting for freedom and liberation all over the world, we give you this drink today. Great men worthy of emulation, people like Muhammad Ali, Malcolm X, Inoko Rashidi, Sankara, Michael Jackson, Bob Marley, Fela Anikulapo Kuti, and a host of others. We give you this drink today. We ask the blood of our ancestors to speak for us, continue to guide us, and continue to expose the plans of the enemies in our life. We give you a libation today. We ask that your blessing be upon us now forevermore. It's Siagwari is done. So, and thank you very much for being with me this very beautiful Sunday. It's an honor. And of course, for those people that have not gotten the book, this is the book that you need. This is the book called Whispers of Amente, The Path to Ascension. For those people that want to make direct contact with African deities, this is the book that you need to read. If you want to know about the characteristics, the philosophy, ideology, purpose of these deities, why we have these deities, and their role that they play in humanity. If you want to know everything about them and how to connect directly with them, how to invoke them into this physical reality, this is the material that you need. Okay, this is the book of Whispers. It is actually whispers from Amente, from the spirit world. They send this message straight from the spirit world into this physical reality. And it is in this book, it will help you. It is just $100. Okay, plus postage $50. For people that want to get direct contact with our African gods and deities, from ancient Kemet to West Africa, you can get them here, to even Latin America. Santissima Moriete is also inside this book as well, waiting for you. All those people, they are our brothers and sisters. The so-called Native American people, many of them are also African people as well. They are our brothers and sisters. We cannot ignore them. We are all the same indigenous, original, organic people. Nobody can separate us. Those witches and wizards coming to my channel to come and preach separation. You cannot separate us. We know our history, okay? Una don't fail. This is a book. Get it now. Know your way, not because, and start making direct contacts. Then if you want to know about quantum physics, everything you need to know about quantum physics, the origin of quantum physics, the origin of physics, chemistry, biology, mathematics, geometry, language, logic, philosophy, everything that the Western world is claiming as their own. They stole it all from Africa. You want to know the truth about that, the truth of religion. Everything is contained in this small book, this powerful book. Quantum physics is a gateway into the past, present, and future. You need to read this book, okay? It's just $50. You get it, and know your way, not because. If you also want to do spell work, over 200 spells is here. Walking in the shadow of the gods give you guidelines, practical applications on the use and properties of herbs. The botanical names are inside. You can know them easily. With this book alone, you can start your own practice, help yourself, help your family, help all the people that needs help. Have this knowledge, pass it on to the next generation. This is how we continue to become African people. Organic knowledge, organic living, direct contact with nature, with divinity. We remain the same people from beginning to the end. GMO is not going to poison us. We must have anything that will separate us from nature. We must reject it. Reject it with every filament of our being. So the three of them, just $300 plus postage. The three. Powerful book, powerful knowledge. This is what we are after here, wisdom and knowledge. It is not the butchering of senseless murdering of innocent animals or doing anything, dancing, singing while the world is falling apart. It is studying, improving, empowering, and transforming our reality with the knowledge that we have. This is the core of African spirituality. So please get this knowledge today and start doing the work. Do not waste time. Do not procrastinate. Do not push it to tomorrow. Okay, this is why we are here. It's at the time. Time not due. Every day we are getting old. What we matter is that the legacy that we left behind. Which legacy did we leave behind? We come and we see all these problems. What did we do to change the problem? What did we do to make an impact? What legacy did we leave behind? People have done bad things. What did we do to repair it? This is what you should be asking yourself. How do you plan? Don't plan for only this generation. Plan for 20 generations because you are coming back again. Plan into the next generation because you are reincarnating back to this place again, to this spaceship again. So do not plan for one lifetime. Plan for multiple lifetimes. Create a lasting legacy. You will still come back here again. We live forever. So this is the way you should see it. To not allow anybody to deceive you that there's a fake heaven you go to. While they are making their paradise here, they are planning for their next generation, planning for their future. They are telling you to sell your land to them. They are stealing from you to add to their own. You must protect what you have. Protect your legacy. Protect your children. Give them the right orientation. Give them the right knowledge because you are definitely coming back here. If you leave nothing, you come back into nothing. But if you leave a lot of things, you come back into a lot of things. So life is progressive, okay? So get knowledge in anything you are getting. Get wisdom, get understanding and understanding. So this is what I have to say today. If you want to learn African spirituality, I teach it. My website is River of Knowledge. I have a 6-month masterclass where I will teach you everything you need to know. It is just $600, $100 a month, and you get to have access to all this knowledge, and you can also teach other people as well. If you also want to do your spell work, your X's, your packs, your oracle tarot readings, I do all those things here. Then if you want to do your spiritual work, you want to buy your herbs, your spiritual ointments, your soaps, your meditation beads, cowries, native shock, alligator pepper, any kind of thing that have to do with spirituality, I sell them here. You can contact me on this channel. Apart from that, I thank you very much. And of course, I'll be seeing you in the subsequent videos as usual. So take care and bye. Peace.